Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be thinking about how to organize information. I'm going to use an example that comes from your textbook that's based on a miscommunication that happened to me. As I read it, see if you can guess what the miscommunication was that occurred. So here's the email. Hi everyone. We're all looking forward to seeing you on Saturday morning for the conference. We have an exciting lineup of speakers ready to help your business apply design thinking to tough problems. We're especially excited for our keynote speaker. Best of all, the entire event is catered by Cedar Feast House Catering, so get ready for some tasty treats. When you arrive, please check in and receive your welcome package and identification. There's also a welcome social on Friday night at 6 p.m. in the Starlight Room. If you signed up for childcare services, please tell the front desk and they will take you to the childcare area. I've attached a full lineup of speakers to this email, or you can visit our website here. If you have any questions, please contact me at blah blah blah. Thanks. So the miscommunication that happened was actually that nobody attended the welcome social on Friday night because that information was buried in the middle of the paragraph, and the first line actually says, "We're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday morning." So people who got the email simply read Saturday morning, okay, I guess I don't have to do anything before then. So when it comes to organizing information, we need to think about the context and the audience, as we learned about last week. So how is the audience actually accessing this information? And how are they going to be using the information? Are they reading closely or are they skimming? So here we can imagine that perhaps people in the airport were reading it on their phone as they traveled. Maybe they were tired from a long day of travel. This happened pre-COVID, and they were just skimming. Maybe they were distracted. So imagining our audience helps us understand how they're going to actually be using the document, and that allows us to make good decisions about organizing information. So let's fix this. The first thing that we can do is think about the purpose of the document. So basically, why are we writing? And here we're writing to make sure that everyone has access to all the information that they need to have a great and successful conference. So organizing our information actually starts with a clear subject line. You may have had the experience of trying to find an email with important information, but searching for terms in your inbox isn't turning it up. We'll fix that by using the name of the conference in the subject so it's easy to search. So here I've decided to go with Welcome to the Design Thinking in Business Conference. But you could also go with something like Design Thinking in Business Event Overview for Attendees, or Important Information about Design Thinking in Business Conference. But here I wanted a more welcoming tone. So there's a lot of information to share. This email contains details about the schedule, the check-in, the catering, and childcare. But since it's all lumped together here in one paragraph, it's really hard to pick out the important details. So we can use headings. Now, what should go first? Again, we want to imagine our audience. What do they need to know first? Or what's more important? You could make a case that the most important part of the email is the schedule, because that is what the people will be using to plan their day. But you could also make a case for organizing the information chronologically. So what is the audience expected to do first? Maybe it's attend the welcome social. Maybe it's checking into the hotel. Well, they'll be given their conference package and tickets to the welcome social. So let's say that we want to organize this information chronologically because we want to basically guide the audience from the moment that they arrive in their hotel to the welcome social, to checking in on Saturday morning, through to the conference. So maybe we decide that we need to know we decide that we want to first start about the hotel check-in. We're going to make this a heading. And then we decide we want to know about the welcome social. And maybe after that, the schedule. And then we decide we want to do childcare and catering. So these are going to become headings, and we can basically copy and paste the information below this. So I'm just going to put these in bold, but we could make these headings. So now our information is organized chronologically, and that's already better. And what we can basically do is say, the information about catering goes below catering. Information about the check-in goes here. Here's about the welcome social, about childcare, and about the speakers. So you can see that this is already better. So the other thing that we have to do is fix the problem where this reader sees Saturday morning and doesn't even skim to get to the welcome social. So we might change this by saying something like, oh, we're excited to welcome you to the Design Thinking Business Conference this weekend. In this email, you'll receive details about how to make your stay productive and enjoyable. So I'll put that there. Now, again, this is rough, and probably what we'll have to do now that we have rearranged things is we might realize that we've left some details out, or we might want to rewrite them. So, for example, if there might be information about the welcome social that's missing. So, how do we need tickets? Are there drink tickets, etc.? So organizing can actually help us determine that we've met our audience's needs in the first place. So we have one last task. Organizing information is about how to structure the information, but we can also think about how much information to include. For example, we could copy and paste the entire schedule here, but that would probably leave the audience scrolling for pages and pages. We could link to the event's website, and we might want to do that, or we could attach the schedule as a PDF, or we could do both. Now, PDFs are sometimes hard to read on phones, and they don't always work with screen readers, so we might want to give different options. So as you can see, there are times that when we revise this email that we could have made different organizational choices depending on our context that would have been correct. For example, we could have decided that the schedule was the most important thing and put that first. It will all depend on what you think your audience's needs are. However, with a clear subject, clear headings, and links to more information such as the schedule, we've taken this email from a confusing clump of a paragraph to one that's well organized and easy to read.